Hi, just a quick little supplement on how to put an Excel spreadsheet into your PowerPoint slide. When you go to insert an Excel spreadsheet, you come up with this right here. And to make it bigger so you can type more than just a couple things in here, when you click on it, you can put your cursor over that little dot in the middle and see how it changes to two arrows. So you can pull it out to how many rows that you need. So if you need 5 rows, you can pull it out that way. And if you need more, that was columns, sorry. And if you need more rows, you can pull it down this way. Now the other thing, and also notice that you have a whole new ribbon up here. You now have the Excel spreadsheet ribbon instead of the PowerPoint ribbon. The minute that you click out of the Excel spreadsheet, you'll be back to your PowerPoint ribbon. Okay, so I think also in the assignment for this chapter, I think it's 5-2, you have to you have to type some stuff in there, and some of it doesn't fit right. So if you were typing it doesn't fit in there when you start putting other things in here. So to get it pulled out so you can see everything that you're typing in there, there's one of two things you can do. You have to go up to the top where the letters are. You can't make them bigger down here in this area like you can in regular tables. You have to come up in between the letters, and you can either, when it becomes this line with the two arrows, you can either double click, that's auto fit, and it'll make it exactly as big as you want, or you can just slide it over as far as you want. Okay, and so that's with letters. If you're typing money in here or numbers in here and it doesn't fit, what's going to happen is you're going to get these little pound signs, and it's going to seem very confusing. All that means, and it only does that for numbers, it doesn't do that for letters. Okay, but if you see a bunch of pound signs in there, that just means there's not enough room. So you just need to pull it out until there's enough room. Okay. And so eventually, I think it tells you to change the theme colors, and that is in the page layout area. So if it tells you to change the theme to, I think it tells you to change it to facet, but I'm not exactly sure, or retrospect maybe. And then it has you add different colors and shading and stuff into it. And you can do that from the home tab. There's your shading and there's your font colors. Okay. I believe it tells you you could do a style in the cell. So if you were supposed to do a cell style, is right here. So I think it tells you to choose a heading style of your choice. So it'd be something like that if you were going to do heading styles, cell styles. Okay. And so when I did that, now it's not big enough again, so I have to move it over. Okay. So hopefully that will answer your questions for some of this table style stuff. And whenever you're done, you just click out of the Excel area and it will put it in there. Just make sure you don't make it too big and have a lot of extra stuff in here. You only want to make it as big as the information that you're going to put in there.